好，再来玩一下啊。刚玩了一下魔物，主线先吧。这两个任务都是在菲尼亚斯的实验室。
Welcome back, Captain. Forgive me, Captain. I would rather not discuss Alex Hawthorne today. I am feeling discombobulated. Was there another topic on your mind?
我就是想跟你深谈谈你的前舰长。
No, I am sure I cannot feel emotions. The memory has merely disrupted one of my processors. Glitches can be quite uncomfortable. It was my fault he died. I should have predicted the statistical unlikeliness of success of my captain's actions. In fact, I did, but illogically disregarded the results. He asked me to trust him.
霍桑在我一开始乘着那个菲尼亚斯的那个降落舱降落在那个水岸镇边缘之后，他就被我压死了。看有没有什么新的信可以看？没有哎、欸。我会不会有一些好玩的消息？因为之前有些 NPC 帮他们讲完任务会发信过来，就这里啦。
We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
看一下，我记得我有拿到那个嘛。然后为了不让那些冷冻舱里面的人死掉，我还好像只抽了部分的那个气体出来。他会帮我唤醒其他人吗？我很好奇这主线的，我很好奇这游戏的主线时长大概是多少？其实我完全没有概念哦。终端看一下，我可以用它，我可以在这边出卖那个它嘛？可是先不要啦，我暂时觉得它还不坏啊。先不要出卖它啦，先看主线怎么发展。
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me.
而且我记得，我曾经威胁一个在拜占庭的威胁的科学家来协助菲尼亚斯嘛，他人呢？不知道到哪里去了。
Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Damn.
还不够。
Not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly, damn. I know. I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die.
这边两个选项，但是对话的后面的结果是一样的。董事长打算把全翡翠岛星系的工人都动起来，跟总会有个计划能救我们。他们打算把所有工人都动起来，应该是选第一个吧。
Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of
哦，这边的人是地球上的人。
Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. All right, I've got it. We can't possibly take my lab and all my equipment to the Hope, yes? That would be insane, so we do the slightly less insane thing. We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab.
哦，希望号还在空中，还在太空中飘荡啊！这太疯狂了，但我喜欢。
Just wait until you hear the details. I haven't been this energized since the time I injected myself with raw cavanoid. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow. I do know the Hope's real massive. How's our bitty little ship supposed to skip it?
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up the Hope's skip drive. Your navigational computer can handle the rest. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately.
应该没有那么容易吧？停，我有问题要问。
Certainly. How can I help? Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors. It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
哦，这边这个对话跳出来了，然后我在选这些选项的时候，董事会的声望一直降低耶，因为我真的违背董事会主张跟希望我做的事情嘛，我真的违背他们的意愿。
You absolutely should. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her.
也是哎。
I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking
受干扰的这东西哈。
That should buy me some time.
该怎么做？
The enemy is bound to discover my hideout sooner or later. I'm prepared for that eventuality. This is just my way of buying myself a little time. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses.
主线果然是环环相扣的。哎，那个科学家有没有来啦？没看到人呢。 果然主线是真的是，你看一下，可以发射损坏的讯号来为它争取时间，对啊，不然还可以发射一般信号，发射受干扰的。正在复制人工干扰，正在建立性造笔，正在建立连接，讯号弱。董事会监视协议失效，信号保真度严重下降。OK。
That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
好，先上厕所。好，继续啊，可以到希望号去了。为什么我有一种已经来到主线尾声的感觉？是我感觉错了吗？对啊，好像该碰的都碰到了。董事会的负声望越来越高了。
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. You have a message from Adjutant Sophia.
完了。
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony.
真的，我有问题要问你。我怎么知道你是不是骗我上钩？
Because I'm not in the business of arresting my own allies. You have my word.
声望一直
Meet me
降
in my
低耶
office. I've authorized your ship at my personal landing pad.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
突然间升级。这是对我的任务很满意，要我去帮你见他。我觉得他已经识破我了，我个人觉得啦。OK， 先点一下技能点啊，下场再点，下场会有能力值影响。我先去看看这个人有什么。我觉得他已经识破了，我个人觉得啦。希望号。
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain. Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
谢谢。它的体降平台，看一下哦。 有些再点高一点，开锁高一点啦。我真的觉得他已经识破我了，我真的这样觉得。里面等下可能要跟他对话周旋一下哦。31289。 他今天的增加到底是怎么算的？我不是很清楚。要不要附近先晃一下？其实还蛮漂亮的。 也不是漂亮，就是说一个未来的机械丛林的感觉。我有一种不妙的预感呢。
Not so fast.
干嘛？
All right, you're clear.
哎
The adjutant's expecting you.
哎，
Go on through.
他拦我干嘛？
Nothing exciting ever happens around here.
哦，贩卖机。不然怎么说？不然怎么都有一个不好的预感啊？太多人，哎，我不是来过这里吗？哦，先关门，赶快进来，我要关门了。
Sure.
快点，摸鱼哦。
Sure.
Hurry！ 好。
I admit part of me expected you to stand by your old friend. For better or worse, Wells was responsible for putting you back on your
他还
feet.
不知道，对不对？
That said, he's also a wanted criminal. For information regarding his whereabouts, you are entitled to collect a reward from Percival. I understand you've infiltrated the ministry. The things you discovered there must have been shocking, even disturbing. Halcyon is on the verge of a total systems collapse. The truth is ugly and difficult to accept, but we must accept the truth before we can move forward. Malnutrition is already a problem. Disease will come next, followed by starvation, followed by a breakdown of society, followed by extinction. I know this must come as a surprise to you. I imagine you have questions.
Is that why we were suffering plague in Edgewater? Malnutrition? All those folks sick and dying, and you knew why the whole time?
Yes, Miss Holcomb, we knew why. We've known for some time that Edgewater was dying. The colony itself is dying. The suffering you experienced in Edgewater, the disease, the starvation, will soon spread across Halcyon unless we act.
Guess Monarch folk ain't the only ones fucked around here. That ain't exactly an uplifting thought.
I know your face. Stellar Bay's most infamous hunter. How curious that you've thrown your lot in with the captain. Monarch may harbor delusions of independence, but make no mistake. You are a part of our colony. If we fall, Monarch falls with us. I won't pretend the truth isn't damning. Yes, the colony is on the verge of collapse, but there is a way to save it.
这些人讲的很轻松啊，因为被动的又不是他们。
I'll answer however I can.
他所谓的终身雇佣，意思就是说把人类冻起来，这个计划。
We've already crossed the point of no return. The collapse has already begun. You must have noticed the signs in Emerald Vale. Malnutrition, disease, high mortality rates. This is a permanent famine, Captain. We've done all we can to curb their hunger. Very soon, people are going to realize they're starving. A famine is a problem of logistics as well as marketing. Your workers must remain productive on as little food as possible, and they must always believe that food is plentiful. I'm sure you remember Dr. Anton Crane. His research was instrumental in developing a powerful
哦，那
appetite
个牙膏
suppressant.
就是这个
The
作用
solution is a
的。
temporary one. Before long, our workers are going to feel the effects of starvation. The lifetime employment program is our only viable option.
原来那个安东博士在研发的那个节食牙膏，就是为了降低人们的食欲啊，来达到那个粮食消耗速度不要这么快的一个目的。
When I first discovered the truth, I was shocked, even disgusted.
I wondered how we'd allowed a colony like Halcyon to fall into disarray. But the more I thought about it, the more I realized the colony had sown the seeds of its own destruction. We have become lazy and decadent. We smother ourselves in meaningless bureaucracies. We deliberate and argue and procrastinate. I've served the board long enough to understand its weaknesses. Running a colony requires swift and decisive action. The board is slow, ponderous, and prone to squabbling. That's why I'm relying on you. You deliver results without the paperwork. We need to talk about Emerald Vale. You handed Edgewater over to a band of dissidents. I can't have this. Adelaide McDevitt and her people have no place in the Halcyon that is to come. Edgewater needs to go. I want you to wipe the town out. No survivors.
I will hunt beasts until I'm out of ammunition, and then I'll fight a good long while after. But I am not about to mow down a crowd of innocent people.
Then I suggest you find your courage. Or pretend you're hunting beasts.
You're a monster.
Someone has to be. Now is not the time for half measures, Captain. I need a decision from you.
哇，这个真的是我过去的决定影响到现在。他要因为我把李德赶走了，迎来了一群阿德莱德他们那些人，他们认为水岸这已经没办法再进行下去，但是为什么一定要杀光他们呢？非得这样子吗？
You replaced a loyal, if hard-headed, town leader with a revolutionary. Adelaide's people have turned Edgewater into a hub of dissidents. These people are dangerous. They're going to become more dangerous after the collapse. We need to put them down. Now.
我可以拒绝吗？
Because we were negligent. You're right, the colony can't possibly feed itself. And it's our fault. This is our mess. And the only way we're cleaning it up is by taking action. I'm not asking you to be a murderer. I'm asking you to be a surgeon. Edgewater is a necrotic limb on the body of the colony. It must be severed. Don't fool yourself. The dissidents occupying Edgewater are rebels harboring dangerous and seditious ideas. Left to their own devices, their numbers will grow. Graham Bryant and his merry band of morons caused enough trouble on Monarch. I won't risk the same thing happening in Edgewater.
哇，这个选择。
No. Allowing thousands of colonists to starve to death because we couldn't make one cold-blooded decision is insane. What I'm suggesting is absolutely logical.
可以拒绝他吧？
You talk less like a human than mechanicals I've known.
I am responsible for every single human life in this colony. Do you imagine I relish the thought of killing some of them to save the rest? Steel your spine, Captain. Do what needs to be done.
我要学习水岸阵哦。哇，只剩终极选择了，没有话了可以再讲了。可是阿德莱德不是正在种植物吗？那边有点希望吧。虽然我知道那个人对我没有什么好感了，因为我先把他们的店给转走，又把李德赶走，再把他们拱回水岸镇。当然不知道这个做法没有绝对的对错，但是我要回绝他。
Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be, Captain.
啊？
I rather like you, and I'd hate to have you shot for disobeying a direct order.
我如果在这边拒绝他，我是要跟这边的所有人开战的意思吗？
I'm disappointed. I was so
我要
sure
违
you
抗他。
had potential.
我靠！来呀来呀！他们好胆怯哦！开战了哎！完了，我真的开战了！哇，我的声望掉到什么？掉到厌恶了哦！董事会。 格杀勿论哎，完了，整个星光湾我都没办法待了，对不对？管你的嘞！我要照我的方式玩这游戏啊！真是管你的嘞！完了，那我现在是要一路杀出去了、哦。啊！我要杀出一条血路了。这门我进得去了吗？哇，不行哎！要100，到底是后面藏了什么东西？要100开锁才进得去啊？藏了什么天大的秘密？哎，哪一条路都可以吗？这个是正门吧？下去要跟一群人开干的吧？从这里。好了，我现在已经完全的站在那个菲尼亚斯那边了，跟董事会作对了。全都是敌对。我的攻击有胆怯效果，因为我的那个对话技能很高，攻击有时候会让他们胆怯。不适合，不适合。踏出一条生路了，剧情开始白热化发展了。这些人怎么门内发生枪弹，外面那些人怎么置身事外啊？
Keep him quiet, Cap.
不能穿墙。挡住啊！谢谢。哇，那城内会怎么样啊？该不会城内全部人都得干掉吧？没有这种事吧？ 这里没有东西可以拿。哦哟，还有怪！我忘记还有守卫了。开战，全面开战了！突然间，那感觉剧情快到尾声了。 艾达有话要说吗
Captain, Felix and the Vicar are arguing again.
讲些没意义的屁话。看一下哦，
You
希望
killed the adjutant? We are outlaws in the truest sense of the word now.
没错，希望号。 不知道会不会像那个 Prey 一样哦，就是。
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
才能说服他的中央电脑哦。
If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2.
什么眼神啊
Or the sun. The Hope is the Crownbreaker's prettier, sleeker sister. She wandered off and got lost for 70 years, but just recently was found. Also, there are hundreds of thousands of frozen organic life forms hibernating in her hold. Forgetfulness can be an early warning sign of asphyxiation due to loss of pressurization. Are you breathing comfortably, Captain? I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive.
不知道会不会像 Prey 一样，就是玩着玩着突然间迎来结局这样，那也没关系啦。如果这样的话也没关系。
Please avoid damaging yourself or others while you are out.
大开杀戒啦，董事会的人格杀勿论。但是那个游戏系统里面有一条提示是说，现在的人都是健忘的，就是说如果几天内都不要去碰董事会声望那一块，好像那个负面声望会往下掉，会变成敌对而已，不会变成格杀勿论。这希望号这么大，这两个都要完成。该有敌人呢？为什么？邓肯，这不是那个吗？那个波鲁什么什么克鲁镇的那个，不对，好像是不同人。为什么会有人名呢？他是指挥官哦，董事会的人。远距离狙击真爽真的很爽。一下1000哦，秒杀！而且我有消音枪管，所以应该远远的解决这些人是 OK 的。为生命维持系统功能，2万多天，70几年的意思啊。亨特。这么近，近距离解决。哦，头不见了。前面整个就是管制区，有别条路，看一下别条路。里面有人。他们已经知道我的存在了。他发现他们的友军死了。这边的设置跟那个霹雳者号很像，他们说是姐妹舰嘛。血那么多啊！血很多应该说他防御力高，不是血很多啊。 哎，去哪？敌人会跑哎，会胆怯，会跑哎。好硬哦！我靠，里面怪超多。
Security patrol initiated.
当捕食啊！穿不过他们的护甲哎。你要绕上来找我的意思哦。再来。哇，都不够啊，尴尬了。日志。差点没办法开。这有个密道。
Yeah, got some nimble fingers, Captain.
Nimble finger。子弹最好要充足一点，一定有一场血战要打。
I'm going.
这可以。OK。哎，是我哎。许多操作者，这个是那个啦，菲尼亚斯。这个是也是菲尼亚斯说的。
You all right, Captain? I mean, seeing this.
我是在这边诞生的耶。开头画面是在这。哇，大只的老鼠啊！ 么大只的老鼠？ID 卡带我少说有5片了。
I find myself glad to have no olfactory system.
That's it. Captain, we ought to go. Please. This place is giving me the fucking creeps.
这里是怎样？我要想个办法把自己锁进低温休眠里，等我们到了殖民地再让他们把我叫醒。从现在起，你们就自己清理地板去吧。啊，他一定把人拽出来，然后人就被一体化了嘛。有个家伙被我从休眠舱里拽了出来，他的手臂黏糊糊的，跟香蕉差不多。我搓一下，他开始融化，像是水做的一样。我最快速度把它塞回去，但他身体剩一部分也没好到哪里去，我觉得他是凉的，好恶哦。这都是被异化的人。任务目标在哪？
Authorized personnel.
看一下，通讯状态下线。通过梅普号进行线路通讯。
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found.
他是菲尼亚斯，针对冬眠舱8号间测试对象1到12号的工作继续，测试对象提取时间、死亡时间、爆发性细胞死亡，就是因为把人拽出来嘛。我面对了头号敌人。我真不知道我和一个冬眠中的变动人费怎么传舌。剑桥我刚刚有到过。好像在2楼哎。从这里吧。已经彻底的放飞了，放飞自我。哇，又是管制区。哦。贴的人，看能不能绕过去啊？绕不过去就开战了。
These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed? No? That's odd. because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer... Oh, I see. Yes, never mind.
Captain. It should be private, shouldn't it?
闭嘴！
Here I go.
在外面待好。看一下。有几位殖民者失踪了。把无辜的人们丢出去解决食物危机。他吃那些冷冻仓的人哦，哦，好恶哦，好恶心。
I'm going.
Mm. 准备要被问话了。
On my way.
一看到就要被问话了。
What? Saw something. Hold it right. I don't recognize you. Are you new here? I'm just trying to make sure you belong here. Yeah, you're definitely new here. I don't want any trouble out of you.
我们可能需要吃掉大约1/3的殖民者，才可以确保我们能活着走完全程。哇！这些人在船上饥不择食，已经开始吃起那些冷冻仓的人了。就快要被问话了。
Sure, on my way.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him.
The sooner we jump this ship, the sooner we can get back to solid ground.
不要看那个门，应该就没事。这里好像没有人。看一下，方向给了我很小一块，它之前就像，他们都在吃人啊。 这里其实通这里，所以其实有很多条路可以过来的。啊，这门不开，应该都没事。这是希望号上的人工 AI 电脑，看一下，通讯状态。我们有必要冒这个险？赖季正在制定航线，非常会按照计划顺利抵达目的地。大概剩我还活着了。我不知道他的电脑在下面做什么，但他一直没有回来，而且他们也没有使用电钻。还有，我的食物存量一直活，只剩最后一天，而且，哇，船上的人都是这样死的。那个人呢？
Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do.
我的选择正确的吗？可以问他这个选项吗？
Probably not, but don't let that stop you. My Constellation executables could use.
游戏应该不会 ending 在这里吧
Searching. Please stand by. Ah, found one. It will go great, Captain. I am almost 4.01% certain we will not die. Wait, are you leaving me with the Hope's computer? You have no idea what it's like to converse with him. Imagine, simulate another organic jostling your circuits when he tries to... I mean, I'll be ready when you are, Captain.
这还有事情可以做吗？为什么好像他的对话中好像还有什么事可以去做一样？这也是很大，还没探索完啊。但是没关系啦，走到这里了，来吧。
Are you sufficiently prepared for the task at hand, Captain? Are we doing this
只有
now?
4%的存活几率哦！我的天哪！
Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
再见了，残忍的世界。我也可以选择自己，这两个有什么差别？自己来。
I wouldn't advise that, Captain.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
人呢？为什么这边会有一个选项啊？可以自己来，会有机会失败还是怎样？这个人呢？
Well, I literally can't dispute that. Please with the daily ship log note that I defer to the captain against my better judgment. I am programmed not to ignore an order, after all.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered for 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die. These calculations don't look right. Why is this number negative?
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something, now.
之后是我自己操控嘛？我刚最后其实还有一个选项，就是让艾达来，但是我还是选择自己来。 太阳吗？我要进去了，不是吧？也不是吧？什么东西？也不能自己来哎！你看这是结局吗？发生什么事了？哎，如果我的科学跟医学跟什么什么够高，我是不是有机会成功啊？继续。我们来看一下那艾达操控哦。刚刚那是什么情况啊？拜托一下。
Are you sufficiently prepared for the task at hand, Captain? Are we doing this now? Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
开始吧。
Oh no, Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that have power in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends.
这个才是正确的选项。
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
我升级了，我听到升级的声音。再看一次动画，这次会成功了吧？刚刚那是什么白痴选项啊？哦，这才是成功的画面。
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Oh. I feel like I've been turned inside out. Let's not do that again.
刚刚那个我自己来的选项前面应该要有一个愚蠢的中括号提醒我，不然我怎么知道我自己来跟他来有什么差别？我是一次升2级的意思吗？没有。其实我已经点的差不多了，对不对？同伴暴击率啊，他们很强。技能哦，100 ，OK， 这样应该就通用了啦。点到一个整数，可是怪还在吗？重点怪还在吗？还在啊。我绕过去。这样也要打。 不行！哎，你干嘛？我要死啦！嘿嘿嘿嘿，逃跑！啊，另外一个 NPC 嘞？好，没事，什么都没发生啊。伪装失败，不管啦。
Be right there.
我能量够不够用？够不够撑到我出去？我靠，要完蛋！没事。这里跟那个 PD 者号真的很像哎，他用的是同一个模组啊。这里没人了。看一下。讨论下一步动作，接下来不知道怎么发展。刚刚还有直接理 end 的，我的天哪
！Captain, I am receiving a transmission from Dr. Wells.
You're adjusting before you pull.
我猜菲尼亚斯可能被入侵了，可能被董事会抓到了。
Thank the Lord you warned me. I was able to get some defenses up, but they might not be enough. The board has sent some serious firepower to pry me out of here. They're trying to get in here, and I'm not sure I can stop them. If they capture me, if we can't communicate again, there's something very important you need to remember.
Huh?
The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me! I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible. How can I be of assistance? What's that? What do you mean? Do you have any examples of secrets you have kept from me? Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often inappropriate moments. It doesn't take a genius to correlate the meaning, although if I were a human, I would be considered one. I am glad you felt comfortable enough to tell me, Captain. According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me, or you have formed a partial fondness for my persona. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself.
他也有一个秘密要我靠我来发现，这个有可能是一个幽默感，也有可能是一个真的是要靠人家自己去想出来的结论。
How did you guess, Captain? The simulated files are not only stored in the recesses of my ALU, in the space between microsynapses, but I encrypted them in 7 SDRA languages. I see. Captain, I regret to inform you there appears to be an issue with the life support systems. In that case, I was as well. What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses, with no fundamental consciousness. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear. I do not like joking about the captain, Captain. And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion.
好，做一个断点啊。那两个人在干嘛？我已经完全的跟董事会翻脸了嘛？看一下，该员工应该被炒鱿鱼，用文火。叛逆派，售价提高50%，格杀勿论呢。好啦，刚刚我一度以为我已经要走到游戏的终点了，我还以为游戏会在那边给我 ending。如果游戏在那边给我 ending 的话，我真的是要去实际上给他到站，但还好没有了。刚刚菲尼斯在最后，他可能死前吧，被抓住之前，给了我一条讯息：企业这帮猪，他这是真的是就是开骂呢，还是说这是个暗示？还是说留猪啊？他指的是他的猪身上可能有一些关键信息，对不对？我猜啦。好了，那我们就先做个断点，我们马上继续吧。